Jennifer from Palm Springs, Florida, wants to know, AJ, Trump Media and Technology, ticker symbol DJT. What's happening? We got some options, some opportunities.
Yeah. Okay. Look at this. This is an interesting picture. This is a textbook um, consolidation pattern, or converging channel is another name for it. So, what does that mean? That means that traders are sitting on their hands wondering what's going to happen next. They're not really in the mood to buy. They're not really in the mood to sell. They're kind of consolidating on this $35 price and waiting to see whether they should buy more or they should dump their holdings. So they're kind of in this moment of, is this company gonna, go or not go? They don't know. They're not getting any feeling for it. So they're consolidating. Think about it. Whenever not investors, whenever anybody is forced to wait for something, when something is out of their control and they're forced to wait and just ponder about it, what happens? Well, typical human nature is the longer you make somebody wait, the more they get in their heads and they start thinking about things, and their reaction when the whatever it is, whether it's a positive news or negative news, their reaction is usually um, over exaggerated the longer you've made them wait. And so that's kind of what happens in the markets. You make somebody wait, and it looks like they've been waiting, gosh, since the beginning of November. Um, you make them wait this long, no matter what the news is going to be, positive or negative, it's sure to have a pretty extreme reaction. So here's what I would do. This is Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Here's what I would do. I would start to look at the headlines around, and you can go to any of the free softwares, whether it be Yahoo Finance, FinViz, any of these ones that'll post the headlines. And I'd also look at things like insider trading, which is also public information. And I would see if I could find perhaps some sort of events that are happening that could be the release of either the positive or the bad news that'll be the tinder that sets off this reaction by these investors that are sitting on their hands. And I try to get ahead of that ball. And one of the ways, if you don't know, if you can pinpoint the time, like the scheduled event, but you don't know how investors are going to receive the news, whether they're going to want to buy or sell, you could use something called a straddle or a strangle. And in this case, it would probably be a straddle around the $35 strike price. A straddle basically profits whether the stock goes up or down. The only time a straddle doesn't work is if the stock just stays going sideways. So if you know there's going to be an event and you know that it's going to pop the price either up or down, but you're not sure the direction, you want to look into a straddle. In fact, if you use a straddle that is near term, you could actually, and this is getting a little bit nuanced, and you may want to come to Trading Trainer and learn about this a little bit, but you could use a straddle. Even you could get in and out of the trade before the event even takes place, and you can take advantage of a volatility rush that could occur. So again, option strategies give you all sorts of choices. I see a consolidation pattern. I'd want to trade either a straddle or a strangle or a hybrid of those two trades. And there's different ways you can trade it, just to take advantage of this uncertainty and this anxiety that's building in the investors of DJT.
Yeah, I'm always a believer in actual substance of a company as well. They are a $7.3 billion market cap on $4 million of revenue. So, kind of curious on how they would make up that gap there. Um, it
Investors,
is
that's one
the
thing about investors. Investors want a clear path to know how they're going to get their money back.
I don't see it happening from Truth Social advertising because I just went to go see how it looks, because if you're going to compare it to Facebook, Google, Twitter, those are all kind of seamlessly integrated where anyone can go create campaigns and add credit cards. Looks like they're still doing things the old school way. So if they were to pick up some traction, I'd love to see that evolve and maybe, get some more traffic and ad dollars there. But interesting name tied to the incoming president. So I'm sure there will be some drama around this as we head into the new year for sure.